Hello and welcome to another video podcast focusing on people working within the entertainment industry. My guests today are the incredibly talented and entertaining local band, the Middletones. A four-piece band from Middleton in Greater Manchester, they cover Britpop and Indie songs from the 90s with a deep passion for Oasis. Born from an idea to raise funds for a local school, the Middletones have grown and grown into a must-see live band that never fails to get the audience dancing and singing along. During the podcast, Andy, Dan, Mike and Danny talk about their history and what plans they have for the future. We also chat about the music industry, the impact of AI, and advice for people thinking of starting their own band. And finally, there's a quick mention about OnlyFans. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more entertainment video podcasts. So let's jump straight into the podcast. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming to this podcast recording. It's the Middletones.
Hello.
Hello.
We had a great introduction there. What I'd like you to do is just to go through each one of you, just to introduce yourselves, and then we'll get cracking with some questions. So,
I'm Mike Carty, I'm the drummer.
Danny, guitar.
Andy, singer and guitar.
Danny, the bass player.
that was great. This interview is going to be over in about 5 minutes. You can go into as much depth as you like.
Do a bit like founder members.
So, why not to start with, tell me how and when the group started?
Andrew.
Yeah, well, it was just over 11 years ago now. I was on the PTA at my daughter's school, and we were putting functions and things like that on, trying to raise money for the school for St. Peter's. And we were paying acts an absolute fortune to come and play, and it was eating up all the money we'd made, so we were making relatively little. So I said, we're sort of having a bit of a conflab about it, and I said, you know, I can sort of sing a bit and play guitar. I mean, I know my brother plays bass. I reckon we had another mate who played guitar. We'd get a drummer. We could probably put a band together and have a bit of a, you know, for the next one, which was an Oktoberfest. Why don't we see if we can do that? And then we won't take any money, and then we'll make a bit more for the school. So one of the girls who was on it, her husband was mates with Mike and put us in touch with Mike, and then we got Mike on board, and Richie, you ran Carson's, and we had a good few practices there, and I think was it 10 songs we did, eight songs,
yeah.
Just 8 songs together to do this Oktoberfest, and just went through them again and again and again, because it'd been years since I'd been in a band, absolutely donkey's years. You were
I was still in a band at that time, playing our own tunes, and obviously never got anywhere.
Well, obviously Mike had been in bands for years, so it's just a bit of a learning curve for me more than anyone. And yeah, that was it. It started, and we did this Oktoberfest, which was the first one. It was a brilliant night, great experience for us all. It went down really well. We picked 8 songs that we know everybody kind of loved. And then the next weekend was the Prestwich Beer Festival to 500 people. So it went from about 100 people in this church hall of close mates that you couldn't offend to 500 the next week. And then someone booked us for the wedding as well. And it snowballed since then.
Christenings, I think one Max Moore's sister was one of the first one we played as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At the church in
Chadderton, yeah.
So you've not looked back from then, and the nerves have never kicked in?
That's a good one about the nerves, actually. Because Andy says he never gets nervous about gigs. And also, we're going to talk about this later, but I asked if he's nervous about the Oasis gigs, and he said yes. So that started to make me proper nervous, like, yeah, nice one, Andy, dick. But
yeah, that was the first time I'd ever been nervous to it. Even the first time, because we'd practiced and I knew how we sounded, I was confident was all right, was going to go well. In fact, just excited. It's all I've ever been for any gig. But yeah, the Oasis ones, I was properly nervous for.
So Oasis, you all like Oasis?
Massive Oasis fans, yeah. I mean, that's the reason I learned to play guitar. We got a band together on the back of Oasis when I was a kid. Been to see them all over, about 10, 15 times I've seen them now. So yeah, massive part of my life.
Off the back of that, I ended up learning guitar because Andy got into Oasis, but he'd never let me play the guitar. So I originally put a deposit down on a drum kit, but every time Andy went to see his girlfriend, I snuck on his guitar, and I learned the Definitely Maybe album. Then I changed my deposit for a drum kit for a guitar instead, and bought a Snyder Les Paul copy from Bone Cat. So anyone familiar with Middleton will know what that is.
You broke both of them guitars, didn't you? Mine and yours.
I was going to say there's a story there, isn't there, about breaking the guitars.
Yeah.
I remember I broke mine. I don't remember breaking yours.
You broke the jack input on my acoustic.
Oh, right.
Dropped it on the way back from Dylan's and cracked it on the floor.
Right.
And then his Les Paul, we were having a minor disagreement. And do you want to explain what happened?
He'd done something. We were having a fight. It was in my mum's room, wasn't we? And he'd done something to me, and he was like, snapped, and they picked up the nearest thing to me, and snapped my guitar in two over Andy's back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Serious injury?
Oh, no, just the heartbreak.
But he turned, I could see he was hurt, but he turned around and went like, you dickhead! Like, yeah, you broke your own guitar there.
So it wasn't on stage. It wasn't like a who moment. Where you
No,
smashed
we've
your
never
own-
had a crossword doing this, have we?
No, it's all
Touch wood. Arsehole.
So, which songs from Oasis do you prefer? Do you prefer the early work or the later stuff?
We don't do anything past the first two albums, do we?
No.
No. No.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all from Definitely Maybe and Morning Glory.
Yeah. Of all our personal favourites and stuff, I like doing Stampin' Supernova. But Morning Glory is a really good one to play live as well. So, but we do quite a varied, do some B-sides as well, and some of the better album tracks, don't we? Slide Away and things like that. So yeah, love it.
So how do you go about learning a song?
Easy now, isn't it? YouTube.
Yeah. These days.
Watch a video on YouTube and
You just practice it at
Play it.
home, and then we just meet up at rehearsal place. This really good one in Bury. We just meet up there for rehearsals, and we just run through it all through the night until we get it perfect. Yeah.
Big Jacks, is it?
Big City Jacks.
Big City, I think it's called Jumping Jacks.
So basically, once we've decided what song we're going to learn, we'll for a couple of weeks we'll practice it at home, so we're up to sort of speed. We all make sure we're learning the right version.
Then we turn up to practice and
Yeah, realise we're doing the wrong one.
Yeah.
No, but to be fair, Danny sorts all that out. He'll sort of find the chords and the videos and all that lot, send it to us all, and then that's the version we'll do. And then when we're practicing, it's you that coordinates all the drums and the guitars
conductor.
and that. Yeah,
Yeah, but we normally play it off the bat straight away, don't we? The first
Yeah,
time,
well,
just
yeah.
absolutely nailed that. Yeah.
we'll go in and have it the full song first, and then see how it sounds.
So are you all still having fun together? You all get on?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good laugh. Like it was most weekends, and it's the longest time we've had off recently, isn't it?
Yeah,
And we've got next weekend off. So
at the moment.
Yeah.
So what do you enjoy the most about being in the group?
lugging all the gears about's brilliant. Isn't it? That's the
In a
top
way.
laugh, isn't it?
It's obviously with us being able to play songs like Mike can play the drums, I can play guitar, but you can't. It's not the sort of thing you can do at home when the kids are around or anything like that. So being able to just play the songs that you love and hear them sounding, obviously the drums, the volume of the drums and all things like that. It's good to get out and be able to do that. But the best part of it is initially we were doing it for nothing, weren't we? It was amazing just to be able to play and hear yourself doing something that you dreamt of, but obviously not your own songs or anything like that, but not wasting the ability to be able to play guitars and drums and getting out and actually doing it. Well, that's what we say, we're a pub band that's got out of hand. We stopped putting a limit on what we think we can achieve, because every time, well, we've never put a limit on it, but if you set a limit, that's all you'll ever achieve. But it just keeps seeming to be getting bigger and better, and
This year particularly, isn't it?
yeah, and next year's looking as good as well. Things we've got in the pipeline.
So go and tell us about that. I mean, I do know that you've played at Wembley.
Yes. So that started off, we got contacted by a company called Freeman's that run the food and beverage at Silverstone Grand Prix. And they asked us, will we play there? So we absolutely love to, yeah, because I'm a big F1 fan. So we were playing. They also said we run the food and beverage at Wembley as well on the outside on the concourse. Would you be interested in it if we put you forward for that? So we said, yeah, brilliant. Here's our price. And then they came back and said Wembley said they can get a DJ for a fraction of the price. So they're going to go with that. So we just thought that ship had sailed. So we played Silverstone, which was amazing. And we pitched our camp up next to this big Winnebago in this field. And we get chatting to this guy that comes out of the Winnebago and says, what capacity are you here? What is it you do? He said, I'm in the FA. I run Wembley. I said, oh, that's interesting. We've sort of sent you a price and said, can we play? Well, Freeman's did, and you said you can get a DJ for much less. He said, well, that decision was made well below me. I'll come and watch you, and then we'll have a chat because I want a band outside. So I was like, oh, brilliant. I didn't think too much of it. And then on the last day, he knocked on and said, right, I saw you. It was brilliant. Give us a call. Here's my number. Ring me on Wednesday. And I rang him and he said, right, what's your price? I said, here we go. And he said, right, no problem. You can have the 5 dates. There was 7, but at this time he just said, just have the 5 dates. So we were a bit like...
Pure mad luck and circumstance. It's been like...
A revolving door, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolute
Yeah.
revolving door moment. So yeah, then we went there and played that, and obviously after the first couple of shows, he was chuffed to bits with what it did. Apparently they said, they came up and told us for a concert they've never filled the fan zone, they've never had it at capacity, but this was the first time they were having to let 50 people out before they'd let anyone else in. So he was over the moon that his decision had paid off. He'd sort of overrode everyone below him and said, no, I'm having a band. And he would just keep people in the area as well, and obviously buy the beer and the food and everything. And yeah, it worked really well. And he gave us the other 2 dates. And since that, he's then asked us, will we play all the England games, the rugby matches, cup finals, things like that. So I said, well, you can have my answer now if you want. So that again, that's the pipeline for next year. Is looking ridiculous.
And you're actually getting paid. You're not getting paid in beer.
Both,
yeah.
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
We're costing them a lot more than they think. Yeah.
The best currency, beer and money.
Can you edit that out in case they see this?
No, I've seen you at the Middleton Arena, and that was a packed gig, and it was great. And I believe you're going there again.
We sold it out last year. The only act that's ever sold out Middleton Arena. So
Yeah.
we're going to do it again hopefully this year, aren't we?
We are doing it. 4 weeks today as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 weeks. Yeah, today. So we've got that booked for the 8th of November. Ticket sales, they were quite good, and then all of a sudden we've put a video out this week and they've gone through the roof. So we're over the moon. We're fairly confident that's going to sell out again in the next week or so.
So there's still some tickets available.
There is some tickets. There's not many seating tickets because we have a limited number of seating anyway, and a lot of them have gone now. But there is still a few left. But standing tickets, there's a few of them left. Yeah.
And if people wanted to find out about where you're playing and when you're playing, have you got a website? Are you on social media? Which is
We just have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which we hardly ever use. We do have a YouTube channel, and as Andy says, we have a OnlyFans as well. You see the body of Christ, can't you?
That's my own personal one.
Yeah.
Don't.
right. I'll put a link to that as well.
Just a bit of self promo. That's definitely solo work.
He's working on his solo album as we speak.
The group, is there a boss in the group, or is you a real cooperative?
It's a real cooperative. Everyone brings something to the table. Mike's does the sound engineer side of it as well as the drums and all that kind of stuff. So I know absolutely nothing about that. And Mike does he'll do all the sound check and everything like that, and the setting up all that kind of stuff. Dan does the bass, and a lot of the social media, don't you, and organising gigs now. I do the same, a lot of the social media and organising the gigs and things like that.
I get him home every week.
He gets him home every week because he don't drink, and he drinks with a passion.
Yeah.
But the big thing was, so we had another couple of guitarists in before that just left because one moved to Scotland, one just couldn't commit to doing every weekend because we were getting quite busy. And then we got Danny in, and getting Danny in as what sort of took us to the next step. That made us a lot more professional. When we'd always talked about recording a couple of promo videos or songs and things like that. Well, as soon as Danny came in, that was it. We had the promo sorted, we had videos booked, we had recording studios booked. Like I say, when we get the songs, he's the one who finds all the videos, the chords, make sure we're all practicing the same key and things like that. And when we get there, he'll sort of take the lead in practice when we're doing the songs. So yeah, everybody sort of has a role. And
But I need to speak to Daniel then. Daniel, do you like the guys? Do you like working
Sometimes.
with them? Yeah. And you like pushing them forward?
Yeah, but I've been in bands for years, and this has been far the easiest in 30 odd years. Yeah.
Easy in what way?
Less stress.
Yeah, just easy.
Is that just because you're all mature guys now?
Probably.
We're not all in our 20s anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing to do with maturity. Absolutely not. You can't be in a band with him. And
Like I said, I've got to get him. I'm his carer.
Yeah, Dan gets a bit extra for care, don't you? A bit extra money for care at weekends.
Give me keys.
So what I'd like to do now is, like, we've talked about the group. I'd like to ask you one or two questions about how you feel about the music industry. Let's just go a little bit deeper. So if I just ask you how you feel about the music industry and what it is you would like to change about it.
I've made some notes there.
Is that the banging I can hear? Yeah, I wondered what that was.
Sorry, yeah. Also, it doesn't really affect us, but for up and coming bands, it's like streaming. So we get paid an absolute pittance, through Spotify. So artists, because obviously people don't listen to music in the same way anymore. But apparently vinyl's on the upturn, and a lot of young people buy vinyl now, don't they?
Yeah, it's definitely a fashionable thing, vinyl.
Yeah. But I say I'm guilty of it myself. I never buy anything anymore. I just stream everything. So I think that's a bit detrimental to artists, trying to make the way in the music industry. So
that's when everything went digital, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because digital changed a lot. But is AI going to be a problem for bands?
I don't know, but it's absolutely mental that AI. Like I think it was like last year, you get people like Beatles doing Oasis songs, and it's absolutely crackers. So I don't know how it'll affect it.
It will only ever have a ceiling, because live performance takes over everything anyway. People listen to records with the view of going to see the band live and hearing it live, and that's when you really fall in love with the songs. The problem is that with streaming, with it all being digital, it's much more controlled as to what gets into the mainstream and what doesn't. So a lot of independent bands that are writing their own stuff and things like that haven't got a chance. They'll promote it as much as they can, but people control the algorithms and things like that you listen to. So you've got all your corporate pop that, like Simon Cowell and all that lot, right, that are bands that do as they're told, that sing songs that are targeted to key demographics, that are written by groups of businessmen rather than, inspired, angry young kids that are thrashing something out, like, the days of Paul Weller and the Beatles and things
Well, there's
like
none
that.
of them, is there now? That's Oasis coming back. It's took that for them to come back for it to kick off again.
That's
a band from 20 years ago.
Yeah, the most relevant band in the world.
There's no new.
He's a band
Oasis.
that was around 30 years ago, yeah.
The authentic ones, the ones that have worked hard in pubs, small concerts, and made it up, and eventually, hopefully, get a larger audience. Is that where you would put yourselves?
No, I think a lot of our success is down to the fact that the music that we play is what people love. We don't write them. The songs that people love and that were relevant in a certain period. So you can't, other than a record, you can't. Well, until Oasis got back together, you couldn't see that kind of stuff live. So that was why a lot of people were going out and watching that, because you obviously they can't see it anymore. The only bands that are playing live are well rehearsed, choreographed.
Well, we sort of we do our sort of our own little versions of the songs, and we sort of put our own little Middleton shine on it and sort of thing. And Andy has the banter with the audience and stuff, and you can see that we're having a laugh, because some bands, they just come on straight face, just playing. There's nothing to them,
Take it serious,
and they take it too serious. But we go on there and you can see we're having a laugh. We put our own little different quirk on the tunes and stuff, and we get the crowd interaction as well, which you do. And Andy does all the banter and stuff with the audience, and they just love it, Because I think you got to interact with the audience to make it work. If you it's
just a massive part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so it's like that cycling festival gig we got the other week. We played at. I remember the story told after it. So we got an email saying, "Oh, can you play at this cycling festival we're doing?" Where was it? It's over Yorkshire some way. Amazing setting anyway it was. So we'd done our set and all that, packing down. We got talking to the guy who organised it. So how did you hear about us? And he went on saying, "Oh, I looked through thousands of bands on YouTube and all this, and then I narrowed it down to a few, and then he went to watch about eight bands that he's narrowed down, and he said he went to watch them all, and he said he come to watch us, and he just said you could see he was having a top laugh on stage. The interaction with the audience was brilliant, which obviously by Peter Kay, and And he said he wanted to have us, but the mad thing is, he wouldn't tell us, would he?
No,
He
we
was
never told us where he saw.
Yeah, where was it you saw us? I can't tell you, and I never will. Like, come on, but he wasn't having it. He wouldn't tell us. So.
I like that though. I like that.
Weird, but yeah, it was funny thing to say. So hopefully be there again next year.
But it's experiences like that make you realise, you know, when we do a gig, we do enjoy it, and that's the big thing. We never do a gig and go through the formalities, play the songs, and get off. We go
don't matter where we are either.
No, yeah, absolutely. No matter how many's there or where we are, we give it the beans no matter what. And I think that's that kind of attitude, without really realising we do it. We just enjoy it, and that's just the work ethic and the way that we are. It paid off massively.
Yeah. And like I said, I was there at one of your gigs, and I think it comes across as well. The audience enjoys it because you're obviously enjoying it as well. So what piece of advice would you give to an up-and-coming group now?
Or stick at it, and like you say, just make sure you walk off stage leaving nothing on there that you've never gone through the motions and just done what you need to do. Stick at it, practice, get your sound perfect, and just leave everything on that stage. Yeah. No matter how many, if it's to one person, you never know who that one person is. So just go for it.
And if you want to do it, just do it, innit? You know, like. Just if you're young and you want to start a band, just do it. Like, 'cause I was in bands for years, and then for about 24, I didn't do anything for years, and I was like, just missed opportunity.
Oh, definitely.
I used to love it, just because jamming with me. I've been in about 5 different bands, making my own music, and it's brilliant and that. But just if you want to join a band, do it. That's it. Pick up a guitar, go through the struggle of learning, and then get together with some mates. That's what we've all done, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just go for it.
That thing of having fun, though, we do these weird things like Dan pulls these weird faces when he's doing the pulp song, don't you?
No,
just and he makes me laugh every time he does it, right, sort of thing. And it's just if he didn't do it, I'd miss it. You know what I mean, sort of stuff. And we all have our little quirks and everything like that, and little jokes we say and things like that. And it just makes the day better. And it shows if you play well together and you have the banter together and everything, the crowd can feel it. And one of the things we've adopted recently is Dan will buy a load of cheap tambourines off Timu or wherever he gets it from, and we send them out to the crowd. And if the crowd are like lackluster or something, just pass them out, don't we? And it gets them all going and dancing and stuff. And
they nick them.
And they nick them, yeah.
You get them all to swap them round, and
yeah.
Do you not invite them upstage or onto the stage and they all dance around you with the tambourines?
Yeah, there has been the odd occasion where you get. Well, it's not a hard and fast rule that we know. You don't come near us. You stay there. We stay here.
I like to jump into the crowd now.
Yeah, he'll go into the crowd, and
I've had a few.
So he'll go into the crowd every gig. And...
Crowd surfing.
No, just stand out and play while in the audience.
One time we was playing at the beer cellar, and I'm one for at the end of the set before we finish, nip into the toilet, that sort of thing. So I went out to the toilet, come back and I could hear music. So I come in and sit down again. Andy's on drums, Danny's on guitar, Danny's on bass, and there's this woman out the crowd singing. What's the song?
Four Non Blondes.
Four Non Blondes. They're halfway through it, perfect. It was brilliant. And I started getting the chance to sit down and watch him, and they were she must have just shout the chords at you, and then you just went and played it. And it was brilliant.
He didn't get the hint though. He went back on the drums after it.
Came back and sat down.
That was the beer killer when there's about 4 people in it. Wasn't it? That was the one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But just doing stuff like that, it makes the night even better, sort of thing. It's great.
Excellent. So one question I like to ask everyone is, how do you keep sane? Is playing in the Middletones keep you sane, or do you have anything else that keeps you sane? Because it's a mad world out there and it's stress.
I find it an escape for me, because I can't stand my job. Probably, yeah. Hopefully, people at work will see this. Like, that's nice to know.
You're not an airline pilot,
No. But no, like I say, it's more or less every weekend we play. I just love it. So it's just it's an escape, and it's brilliant when playing a gig and everyone's singing along and dancing and all that. It's weird sometimes because we normally do 2 sets every gig, and first set everyone's and obviously by the second set everyone's had a fair few pints and they're all up singing and dancing out. And we had some amazing sing-alongs, haven't we? I'll say the arena last year was that was amazing.
It didn't even ever top anything like that feeling.
But then the Oasis gig, the first one, I was like nearly crying. It's like, this is unbelievable. It was about 1,800 people every day, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was 2,000 in the end.
1,800, yeah. But it was just like.
That's if you could tailor make a crowd that was perfect for us. It was that Oasis crowd. It was just they were all into the songs that we were playing from that era. They're all into Oasis songs, and they were all there for the same reason. The atmosphere was incredible anyway. But that was on Don't Look Back in Anger, wasn't it? So, but we did it the way we worked that was because we know how our gigs go. The first set you sort of get people in the mood, and the second set they've had a few more beers, and the big guns come out in the second set really. And with Wembley, we were doing 3 sets, not 2. So 3 1-hour sets it was. So we the way we did it was the first set is just to get you in the mood. The second set's going to get you warmed up physically. The third set's going to get you warmed up vocally. Then you'll be ready to go in and have the greatest night of your life. And it wasn't intentional, but we sort of learned after the first couple that that's exactly what was happening. So that became our mantra. Right, the first is this, second's that. And that's exactly how it works. The first one, you kind of won them over because they were all a bit like, oh, they're starting off singing Rock and Roll Star. Then we're going to listen to that. What's going on, kind of thing. But then by the end of that first set, they were all in the mood, and they got closer to you. Second set, they're all the dancing ones and place your hands and all that kind of stuff he's playing, and that's great. They're all sort of a bit more loosened up. And then the third set, you Don't Look Back in Anger and all the big sing-alongs, and that's when it hits hard. Because the one that surprised me, you said it before, Morning Glory. When we played Morning Glory live, that for the first 5 shows, that's the one that went down the best. When you heard the crowd sing it back to you, was it Bleed a Little Time?
Yeah.
And they'd all go, wake up. Bloody hell.
And you could hear it all this massive, loud, obnoxious PA that we'd hired as well. That got the noise complaint, didn't it, from Wembley on the first.
So Robert McCourt, a Highlander, he sorted us this PA system, this speaker system out, and the first day during the sound checks, Wembley came out and said to us, "You're gonna have to turn that down."
I've got to ask you this now then: who plays that number the best? You or Oasis?
That's a good question.
We've got 3 guitarists.
Yeah. No, it's all because we went in and listened to him a couple of times. It's definitely the.
They've still got the presence.
Yeah, well, he wrote it. He knows how to sing it and all that lot. We could do it better, but we just, we don't want to upstage him.
Well, one of the best things when we was rehearsing for the arena gig last year, because we all decided we were going to do Round Our Ways, like a B-side, really good B-side, Oasis B-side. But Danny Cal said we need a horn section to go with it if we're going to do it. So Andy and Dan and whoever organised. Where was it from? Where was
I
it
can't
from?
remember.
No.
I put something on Facebook saying, can anyone recommend a brass section? And someone got in touch. But yeah, you carry on.
No, just and what? So we managed to get 2 saxophones and 1 saxophone and 2 trumpet players. And so we all learnt the song at home and stuff like that, and we did a little bit of a practice with it, didn't we? So then we met him up at this rehearsal room up in Oldham.
Show 5?
Show 5, yeah. And he came in, and because they're professional, they didn't even have to rehearse anything. So we just ran through it once or twice with him like that, and it was perfect. When it all, we was all like looking like each other, like it was Christmas morning, you know what I mean?
Couldn't stop that. He couldn't sing for laughing because it sounded honestly, I get goosebumps thinking about it now. Honestly, it's like, Jesus, as soon as he started, it's like, it just sounded just like it. It was.
We have got the video of that first time as well.
Yeah.
You'll send us that video.
Yeah, we'll definitely send it. But
it was just, and then we got him to play at the arena gig, and it was just brilliant. Like, made the day even more special, didn't it? Really?
It's made it different, didn't it, from the usual?
The violins as well.
Yeah,
my brother-in-law and my niece did the strings for One Day Like This. Did you play anything else? So Frank did a bit of keyboard. That was it. Yeah.
So do you cover any other songs, any other groups?
Yeah, do loads, don't we?
Yeah, Cortinas, The Lars, Ocean Colour Scene, Rolling Stones, James, Stone Roses, Buzzcocks, Undertones, The Clash, The Killers, Reef, yeah.
So how do you decide on what to play on a set?
We've got, it's all like 90s classic indie basically in it, and anything that fits in that. We tried that at the Strokes before, haven't we? And some stuff from the early 70s, early 90s, but it's we know what fits in our set, but Mike still doesn't know.
Waiting for that.
Everybody Hurts is going to kill the mood, Mike.
He's trying to wedge Frank Zappa in.
I say we ain't got a year to practice, so we'd have to do something easier with 3 cards in it.
Yeah, that's how it started off, wasn't it? We picked for that first gig. It was just let's pick some simple songs that we know anyway, and then after that it was let's challenge ourselves. Up to the point where we did Resurrection, yeah, and that's when he came into his own.
So, do you produce your own songs? Do you?
Absolutely
no.
not.
No.
Yeah.
There must be something.
I'm going to push for it though. I'm going to push for it next year.
Dan's got a lot of music he's written. I've got a lot of tunes myself, but I can't do lyrics or melodies. So
What's the thing?
I need something on vinyl. I've done it for 30 odd years, and I need a vinyl before I finish.
So, if before you die, that's one thing you want. So, is there nothing on CD, digital download, anything like that you do, or is it all copyrighted there?
yeah. We have got covers online, haven't we? We've got some.
We've got them on YouTube, but yeah, in terms of downloads and things like that and streaming sites, no, it's all copyrighted. So we haven't done anything
You
like
get
that.
taken straight down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think just for ourselves, like Danny says, we would like to record, do one or two. I'd just like to make a vinyl of a few songs that we've done ourselves, just for our own satisfaction, really, just to scratch that itch for ourselves.
Unless we can sell a couple of million.
Unless you get that gold or platinum, put it
Well,
on the wall.
again, like we said from the
You never
start,
know.
let's not put a limit on what happens, because every time we think we've reached the ceiling,
If it had said you was playing at Wembley last year, you'd have thought it was mad.
that's it. We go right through the ceiling every time. So we just stopped expecting and just let whatever happen going to happen.
So we need a love song from you, or would it be political? It could be about OnlyFans, something like that.
That's mine. All right, I'm not sharing. You know how well these balls go.
Ready?
So that actually leads into one of the questions I was going to ask. What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years?
More bigger gigs, I'd say personally, because the big gigs are it's just something else in it. You know,
Yeah.
it's all well and good playing in a pub to a couple of 100 people, and it is brilliant still. But when you've got a massive crowd, it's just something else. It's just class, you know. I say I'm in my 40s now. Dan's 50s.
That's a lot.
In the 40s, you know what I mean? To be doing that at our age is, you know, because we've never got anywhere with my own music anyway. So to be playing to big crowds doing covers it's quite an achievement, I think, personally.
What were you saying then?
I don't know.
So it's basically what you're going to achieve, or what would you like to achieve in the next 5 years. Obviously, we've established that you'd like to do something on vinyl. You'd like to get your gold or platinum.
There is that. But again, I've stopped expecting and now just sort of letting it happen, because you couldn't have anticipated what was going to happen, could you? You couldn't foresee Wembley or anything like that. And the way that all came about 1 week after the next was just, it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger and snowballing to the point where we were sat at Silverstone and he says, Andy, I've just got an email. How do you feel about coming to Dubai for a couple of weeks and playing out there?
No, is it?
Yeah, you can have my answer now. So, again, that's in the pipeline. That's a bit further down the pipeline now, which is turning again into something that's a bit more of a bigger animal, because now it's looking like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and possibly Saudi as well to make it worthwhile. That's the consortium that are dealing with that over there. So that's in the pipeline.
Porto Pedro.
One of the guys we saw at Wembley has booked us for his. He runs festivals and does a lot of big things and concerts over in Portugal. So he's booked us for his own birthday on the 7th of February. So wants us over in Portugal, just north of Porto for that. So yeah,
What band?
Yeah, pub band out of hand, completely out of hand. But
Well, to be honest, last year when we come up to our 10th anniversary, I didn't think we'd. I thought we were just going to do it somewhere at Lancashire Fold in Middleton or something like, just like a big pub. But then the lads said, "Oh, we'll try for the arena," and I'm a pretty cynical person. I didn't think we'd fill it, sort of thing. I'll get at least half fill it or something. But when we sold it out, it was just mind blowing, really, wasn't it? And if we do it again this year,
outside.
I missed it as well. I missed the sellout.
You've got to remain optimistic, but this comes across that you obviously enjoy it so much. So
yeah, definitely.
whether
Yeah.
you're doing the small ones or the big ones, it doesn't matter.
That's the thing. So someone asked us a question, or asked me a question yesterday, funnily enough, is has Wembley, playing Wembley and all that, like, has that changed you, the group? Has it changed the attitude and things like that? And it really has, because we're now more professional, much more confident, because we've played with our own little PA in pubs to great crowds, and that's been perfect. And then we've upscaled it and upscaled it and upscaled it to playing outside Wembley, basically. And we've done it. We've smashed it. It was amazing. It was unbelievable. So now we're much more confident, much more rounded musicians, performers, and everything, and much more confident.
So you're still learning your craft then? You've not mastered it?
Never.
Oh, never stop learning. Not even close. Yeah, not even close. I'd
Cliche,
say.
but it's right, innit? You never stop learning.
Every day's a learning day. Yeah.
So at one point this summer, I think about 3 months, we didn't do a gig inside, did we? And I think every gig was outside for about 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Like in the pissing rain and all that. And
I was just about to say it was a gorgeous summer, but you got wet.
probably, yeah. Well,
Which was the one we got wet? One Wembley, one wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Sunday at Wembley. But the crowd were amazing, and
still going mental.
we've got a
yeah.
video of that. Yeah, of all the crowd just dancing and sitting down.
Yeah,
We're playing sit down, and they're all sat in the front, on the floor in puddles doing the sit down.
Right, so leading on from my last question then, how have things changed in the band? I mean, how, equipment-wise and the way your skills have improved, how have things changed over the years?
Well, when we first started out, we had one guitar, I borrowed an amp, and we got the speakers and the PA system from Mike that he borrowed from the Imperial War Museum. Yeah. He borrowed it, he gave it back.
We just. But as we get older and you save more money, we've all bought really decent equipment. Well, the lads have all really high-end guitars and stuff. Andy's got a Rickenbacker. Dan's got a nice Gibson Les Paul, and he's got a Strat. Dan's got a Gibson Thunderbird. Haven't you, Dan?
Yeah, it's Epiphone really, but
Oh, and what about the poor drummer? What's he got?
Oh, I've just had. It was
A banjo, a mandolin, loads of guitars, keyboards.
trumpets. No,
I
he's
bought,
not.
I've always, when I first started off, I had this really rubbish drum kit that my mum and dad got for us when I was about. It was rubbish when I was about 11, 12. But about 15, 17 years ago, I saw a really nice Mapex drum kit for 400 quid on eBay. Danny took us down to collect it and stuff, and it had all the cymbals and all the stands and everything. It was, and I've still got it today. It's brilliant drum kit, serves me well. So I've not really could do with some hard cases. I've only got these like soft cases for the drums, but could do with I don't need another drum kit really. But the lads, bought some really good equipment, nice amps and stuff, haven't you, and pedals and stuff. And
So you're staying as drummer then?
yeah.
That was another thing. As Danny came in and got us all more professional, then the pedals and the better equipment came, and the better amps and things like that. And the best part about it was, obviously, now we're a VAT registered company now, so we can make money now.
So you are going to be millionaires?
Which we've never done before. But we've been able to buy better equipment, and obviously you can never have too many guitars, and the best thing is you can't get told off because they pay for themselves now.
And it makes a difference.
Winner.
It does make a difference having a high-end guitar than to, Squire. Don't get me wrong, Squire are good, but they're not, if you buy a high-end guitar, it makes a difference to the sound, doesn't it?
You can hear it straight away. Because I remember, so when you got your Rickenbacker, I think that's the most expensive guitar you bought at the time, was it? And I think a string snapped or something. He had to revert to the guitar he used previously, and it's like, what's that? It just sounded like the sound,
quality.
but it's just, you didn't realise. But when you go back to the old one, it's like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, and it's like with everything, you pay for quality. You pay good money for good things. It's the same with instruments. So, but saying that, I paid 175 quid for my Epiphone. So, but then Dan put me onto Temu or something like that, and I've got.
Let's leave that one. Move on.
So it makes it like it's a Gibson now, anyway. So tell people I've got a Gibson Thunderbird.
The big thing was the pedals as well. Because we used modelling amps to get sounds, so you can get close to what the song sounds like. And obviously, when Dan came in, he brought. It was your old pedal that I've got now that you had with Northside, wasn't it?
No, you changed that.
Yeah, but I've got the one you've got now. We managed to get the the exact sounds that the songs had and get them much more close. And I think that's made a difference as well, hasn't it? So yeah, equipment's changed us again, much more professional, much more rounded, accomplished.
My mate Joe Swindles, he's seen us since Dan's joined, and he always said, like, you actually sound just like the bands now. So, that's, we sound like the songs actually supposed to do. So that's, it's always a good thing, isn't it, sounding.
So you sound like Oasis. How much are the tickets compared to the Oasis prices?
Our tickets for the Middleton Arena on the 8th of November.
10% of the price. You'd pay £160 for an Oasis ticket.
What, £16.50? Is that it?
£16.50.
Oh my God, I'll have 5.
And how much of a good night would the audience have for £16.50?
Oh, it's phenomenal. So you're going to get us playing, but the arena itself is well organised. It's a well-oiled machine. You won't be queuing at the bars or anything like that. They've got a great selection of drinks. You'll have a great night, well-priced as well. So everyone has a great night. We're going to have the pre-drinks, a bit of a pre-drink pub crawl with the Crown and the Brit in Middleton. And then afterwards, we're back at the Crown for the after party.
Are you going to have a backing group with you? Any other support acts?
There is going to be support acts. There's going to be the Stags that are a band from Rottenstall. They do similar sort of stuff to what we do, but they do their own. They're a bit younger and they do their own stuff. A lot younger.
Covers and their own.
Yeah, covers and their own stuff. So they're trying to make it big as well. So they'll be well worth coming down, getting there early and having a listen to. But we're very fortunate to have K-State, which were formerly known as the Cade and Nolan Band. And they've played Glastonbury a couple of times in smaller tents. And they did the arena last year as the Cade and Nolan Band. Now the K-Estate, they are the next best band that's going to come out of Middleton, out of Manchester, in my opinion. I think they're on the verge of really cracking it and making it big. Their songs are on Spotify, iTunes and all that kind of stuff, and they are absolutely unbelievable, well-oiled.
Got some good tunes, like really dancing it, different from what he's done in the past.
Sort of mixing indie and funk and, just trying to be different, and it just works really well. They've got a fantastic sound, and they're so professional and well-polished. But he's been doing that from 14, and they're absolutely fantastic, and we're honoured that they're going to support us again because... Well, I personally think they've outgrown us.
Oh dear.
But, yeah.
So after the arena, where would you like to play next?
Well, I mean, you blanket email every venue in Manchester, don't you? Because we would like to because we had a residency at the Beer Keller, but unfortunately that closed down earlier this year.
Miss the Beer Keller.
We do miss that. That was great. We had a beer tab there as well as part of the as payment.
All inclusive.
We weren't VAT registered then, so we did it for beer.
It used to always be full. They used to have all stag do's and things going on down there, and it used to be always full when we played, wasn't it?
Apart from that one
great
time.
atmosphere.
Hell yeah. But
there's a story there. What's that one time?
No, that's when he said he nipped to the loo and come back and someone was...
4 non-blondes playing on the stage.
Yeah, we got the girl up on the stage and that was it. The crowd was empty then. The one girl with us had played.
But it was always at least guaranteed 1 or 2 gigs a month at the Beer Keller, and like I said, it was always full and always full of mostly blokes on stag do's, ballooning about. But it got us good.
Always went down well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sing-alongs there.
So where are you going to go to replace the Beer Keller?
Well, that's it. We wouldn't mind a place where we could have a residency, really, could we?
Well, yeah, we'd love to play in Manchester City Centre again. It's Manchester. It's where we're all from. It's got an energy there that we love. We are desperately at the moment trying to get into definitely maybe bar Affleck's. I love the bar itself anyway. We go down. I've been down there quite a few times.
I met my wife in there when it was the Black Dog Ballroom.
Ah, yeah. So, yeah, we're in contact with them trying to get a gig there, and we'll see where that takes us then. But yeah, that's somewhere we'd like to do. And again, with Freeman's and Wembley and the talk of going up to Murrayfield and things like that, we're sort of really going to try and push that as well this year.
The yearly arena, if possible.
Yeah, because recently most the gigs we've got we're playing like further afield, not just in the northwest. Because we played down in London, we played Wales, we played
Essex,
yeah,
Leicester,
yeah. So we're sort of branching out a bit now, all over.
So when we do Portugal, we'll be international. Yeah. We do Dubai, we're intercontinental.
And but it was just I love all the camaraderie we have, and when we like hotel rooms and all that sort of stuff, and just well, it's just new for me, isn't it?
Oh, it's new for me as well. It's brilliant.
And it's just like being on the road with the band. You know what I mean? All the fun and japes you get up to. And
So is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Starkey, Carl Starkey, he's a mention really for his
good friend, was friend of all of us, but especially
my lifelong friend, and he helped us with. Well, obviously Mike was the main man for the sound, but he come down off his own back and helped us with the sound.
Fantastic, did a really good job.
Yeah, he was one who got the noise complaint, wasn't he? He was one who got the noise complaint, didn't he? During the first set, so he likes singing loud. So I think he wanted to push the PA as far as he could go, and
which was a PA that was supplied by another good friend of ours, Robert McCourty, the Highlander, in Fact 365. They're the ones who supplied it, but he's hell of a sound engineer, Robert Corty. He's worked with Noel Gallagher, hasn't he? And
Coldplay, doesn't he?
Coldplay,
all over the world doing it, and Paul Weller and all that stuff.
Yeah, so we've made some good contacts over the years.
And our wives and girlfriends and the kids and everything else supported us, haven't they?
Very understanding.
Yeah.
You got a girlfriend you want to
but just we were all them, you know what I mean? And
Well, let's all just do it to the main camera there then. All looking at the camera and say, hello, wives, girlfriends, just wave.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello,
Kim.
Rift and Lily, and Honey the dog.
Pat Mill, Max, Jamie, Henry, my grandson, and Willow the dog.
Well, this is great. So before we're getting close to the end now, but before we wrap up, is there a funny story you can tell us? Is there anything that stands out in the mind?
Yeah, there's a couple of gigs we've done. I mean, in the early days, there was one pub. We definitely can't name the pub, but you wipe your feet on the way out.
In Wythenshawe.
Dan, I'm not prepared to discuss
Wythenshawe.
Yeah,
It's closed down now, don't worry, you name it.
So we played there, and we're sort of on this stage that's about the size of this table, but we've got an electric drum kit, so we just about fit on there. We come in and the landlord said to us, listen, the last fucking act that your agent sent, because we got this one through an agent, we never used them before. Last fucking act your agent sent, you got 2 songs in, and we fucked him off because he was shit. You got 2 songs, you better be all right. As he stood there with this, what I thought was a horse, it was a Rottweiler. With like it gets worse.
he was wearing a vest and he had tattoos all over his neck and everything like that.
The Rottweiler did.
And it was just, it looked like it'd not been decorated since 1979, the pub, you know what I mean? And it was like, Andy says, like the carpet was just rotten on it. And and it was just, and I thought, oh my God, just get out of here quick. But it was a good night, wasn't it?
Well, we got up there on stage. I'll finish the story. We got up on stage and he goes, right, so we did the first song, just having a joke with him. Are we all right to do another song? Are we all right to do just having a bit of a laugh and trying to break the ice? And he did crack a little
Number
bit.
3? Number 4?
Yeah. So he was like, yeah, no, probably all right. And there was only a handful of people scattered around the pub. But like they'd sort of look over and nod to the landlord. And this Rottweiler had like a St. Bernard's barrel round its neck. So he'd give the nod to the landlord. The landlord would send the dog over. Dog would walk over. They'd take something out of its thing and put a fiver or whatever it in. And the dog would go back to the landlord, and then they'd... I think it must have been paracetamol or something like that. I think he had a headache.
Yeah.
Because it put them all in a really good mood.
Is that because they had this band playing, giving them all a headache?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like Shameless, isn't it?
It was something like that, yeah. It was definitely like the jockey out of Shameless. But yeah, that was unbelievable.
So earlier I asked you about what venues you wanted to play at. You would definitely love to go back to that one.
There's nothing we'd love more than to go back to the Happy Man in Wythenshawe. However, it kills me to let you know that it's actually closed down. Devastating.
Shame.
There's a little part of me still in that pub.
We had a good night though, didn't we? In the end, it was.
Did you?
I did, yeah. Everyone got into it and was dancing.
Yeah, he shouted the dog over.
What have you got for a fiver? I need a tablet.
He's a pedigree chum. Yeah.
Any more standout moments?
Yeah, there was one where we were playing up in the Polished Knob, which is a fantastic venue.
Are we back onto your OnlyFans channel now?
That's me on OnlyFans. Look for the Body of Christ, amen. So we were playing up at the Polished Knob, and they've got Peroni on draft there, which is quite a lively lager at the best of times. So we get up there, we do the sound check. You're not driving. He's got his chauffeur with him. So he's obviously got an head on him. So he's within being there 10 minutes. He's on his second pint of Peroni, and that's gone down as well. And another lad came up with us, Kev Tomlinson, who's done loads of roadie stuff for us before and helped us out at the arena last year. And we've got his light, haven't we?
Yeah, Kev's light. Yeah. Kev's light.
So he comes up with us, and he has a pen with him, a vape pen that's got. Is it THC?
I don't know. I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure, but it had a strange effect on me anyway.
Yeah. So he said, if you just have a couple, it'll really chill you out, but don't have any more than that because that's all you need. It's just to relax you kind of thing. So we go to the next bar while we have a bit of a break once we've done the sound check, which is the Wetherspoons, and they serve Leffy on draft, which is what, 8%? Something silly. So he's throwing not just one, he's throwing a couple of them down.
Does he play better when he's had a few?
Normally he's never dropped a note, never. No matter what state he gets in that, and he gets in some states, doesn't he, Dan? So next thing, can I have a go on that relaxing pen? Yeah, no problem. Just like I said, just a couple before you know it, he's on it like a newborn. We started playing. The first set was all right, and he's carrying on. Anyway, the second set, this woman comes up to me and says, "I think your bass player's going to fall over." I went, "No, he always looks like that. He'll be up." I looked. He's got a load of dribble, and he's just sort of slouched like that. I don't know what he was playing. It wasn't what we were playing, but that was the one and only time. But
did you find religion at that moment?
No idea. Just woke up in bed the next day. What happened last night? It's like, oh shit, we had a gig.
Can we just tell the kids not to do drugs?
Don't do drugs, kids. I don't do anyway.
well, we don't know. It was just
Wembley was good as well. Was it Wembley?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
When you woke up in the wrong room.
Yeah. So yeah, but there's another mad story in it about so.
Always be Dan related, aren't
yeah, we're gonna get him a T-shirt. Why always be?
Yeah, nothing fun happens when I'm sober. But so me and Andy, we'd finished the set at Wembley on the first Saturday we played, and Andy had made a joke about having tickets for the gig, and this guy Pedro from Portugal come over and said, "I've got 2 tickets. So do you want him?" He's like, "Oh no, you're all right." So of course I said we'd have him. So me and Andy went in, and they didn't want any money for the tickets, did they? So obviously we just bought them loads and loads of beer, to say thank you, and obviously bought ourselves loads and loads of beer. And then remember the fireworks going off, and then next thing I woke up at 4:30 in the morning in a hotel room on my own that wasn't mine. Like, what's going on here? Like, no idea where it was. Checked on my phone. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. I opened the door and I'd got in. My hotel room is next door, but I've no idea how I'd got in. So that was a bit.
Thankfully, you filmed yourself waking up and wondering where they are.
Yeah.
We'll send you that as well.
No idea where I am. But fuck am I? Yeah.
Well, that's great. Before we end this, is there anything you'd like to say? Is there anything we've not mentioned?
All the other guitarists thing, we didn't name them, did we? So we had Richie Carr was our first guitarist.
He was the first one, yeah. He did one show with us.
Yeah, then
he was
Paul.
Brilliant. Then we had Paul Carroll, who was someone I worked with, a good mate of mine who moved up to Scotland. Was it about a year?
I don't know.
Might have been a bit longer.
Felt like he did a while, yeah.
Yeah, he was really good. He was a nice lad. We're still in touch with him. And then we had Phil for about 4 years.
Yeah, he was in it for a long time, Phil, yeah.
Yeah, meticulous still. Always really intricate, very, very good. But like I said, he just couldn't commit to doing every weekend.
So is this a sign of how you all get on? Because you're mentioning past band members who have gone now, but they're still mates.
Yeah, yeah.
Phil got up and did a couple of songs. He was at the arena last year. So yeah, he got up and did guitar for a couple of songs. So I think he's going to do the same this time as well.
Yeah, definitely. But that's the kind of band it is. It's not, we know what we are. We don't sit there and argue over, you're playing a 5th suspended G on that, and there's none of that kind of stuff. We know what we're playing.
Roll with it.
Yeah. Dan will sort out the arrangement of the songs and everything like that. It just works well. We have our roles, and we're all a bit long in the we're a bit long in the tooth now to start. Having an ego or anything like that about it. Short, fat, balding, middle-aged bloke. Just having a hobby that's, like I say, that's getting out of hand.
And you have that brass section with you again?
Brass section, the violins, the pianist.
Yeah.
A backing group as well. So yeah, it's going to be. We're going for bigger and better this year.
Yeah. Got to be on it.
5 new songs in the set as well that we're just doing polishing at the moment in rehearsals, and then we'll reveal them at the gig. Hopefully they'll go down well. Oh, actually, we've done a couple already, haven't we? At Wembley, we did a couple of songs with new ones we did at Wembley, but we should have.
These are still covers, they're not your own.
Still covers. So we've got.
No one wants to hear us doing our own songs at our age.
So yeah, we'll just have these 5 new ones, hopefully polished and ready for the 8th of November.
Can I just go deeper into that? Why not? What's wrong with? You must have something that would motivate you. There's a song that I wish someone had done it about that, or something about this, or.
The thing is, if you do your own stuff, it's hard to get gigs and things like that. Usually, like me and Dan used to play in a band years ago when we was like in early teens, and we played places like the Boardwalk and Band on the Wall and places like that, and PJ Bells and stuff. And you had to sell tickets. Pay to play, basically. You had to sell tickets, and it was just really difficult. So mainly people. On a Tuesday night.
So how many songs do you need for an album?
Well,
10, 11, yeah.
So if you'd put one in every so often, and then you have them in your back pocket for when you want to do your own.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. Danny's sent us over a few tunes that are that he's done musically that are complete. They just need a melody on it. And you did mention maybe putting one in our arena set, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's too late now.
But yeah, it's too late now. But I think next year. We might just put one in, just like I say, to scratch an itch. But like we said about everything, we're not going to put a limit on it or anything like that. Never say never, because what we're doing is ridiculous, and it just keeps getting bigger and more ridiculous. So yeah, we'll probably hopefully if we do the arena again next year, we'll have a song of our own written, and we might put that in there. Just 'cause it's the only place you could do it, really.
So let's end it on that then. So the arena gig's coming up. Let's all. Main camera there. Tell everyone to come.
8th of November. Get your tickets at Your Trust. There's not many left.
Tickets have got slowly but surely going, so get them while you can.
Not so slowly now.
Not so slowly, no. No, but yeah, they're going.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, the Middletones. Well done.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Entertainment Video Podcast. You can help support this video podcast by making a donation at Buy Me a Coffee, which is www.buymeacoffee.com/James Video Podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know who you would like to see on a future entertainment video podcast.